Kinder friends. I hope you're doing well. I thought I would talk to you about the last life cycle that we're going to study in kindergarten. Now, every living thing has a life cycle, so if you have an animal that you're interested in learning more about or a plant, you can study their life cycle as well. But in kindergarten, we learn about the chicken life cycle, the life cycle of plants, kind of general, and then the life cycle of a butterfly. So I have this chart here, and I'm going to take a picture and send it to your family so that you can make your own life cycle chart. But it says life cycle of butterfly, and it starts when an egg is laid on a leaf, and then that egg hatches into a caterpillar. That's a really fun word to say, caterpillar. And then the caterpillar goes into a chrysalis. It changes into a chrysalis and it hangs from a branch or a leaf. And then after some time in the chrysalis, it emerges and becomes a butterfly. And then the butterfly lays the egg and the circle keeps going, the cycle keeps going. One thing I want to point out is something special happens when the caterpillar butterfly is in the chrysalis stage. There's a special change called a metamorphosis. That's another fun word to say, metamorphosis. And that means changing from one form to another. So a lot of times in life cycles, like the chicken, it was a baby chick and then it just grows up to be a bigger chicken. Or humans, you're a baby, you're a little kid, and then you grow up to be an adult. So you're not really changing your whole body. You might get taller and bigger, but your body isn't totally changing into something new. But with the life cycle of a butterfly, it changes into pretty much a totally different animal. It goes from a caterpillar to a butterfly. So that special change is called a metamorphosis. I wanted to show you the life cycle on this little felt board so we can go through it again. First there are the caterpillar eggs. So there's all the eggs. They're usually on a leaf. I think this time of year right now you can find some caterpillar eggs around. I think they're late in the spring, but I actually don't quite know. But if you look underneath leaves and stuff, sometimes you can find them. So then the little tiny caterpillar eats its way out of the egg shell. It's not like a chicken egg, it's kind of a soft shell, and they kind of bite their way out of it. And then they become a little fuzzy caterpillar. So there we go. And the caterpillar eats a lot. And then at one time it goes onto a leaf or a branch and it changes into a chrysalis. Now here's something that you may not know. I love the book, The Very Hungry Caterpillar. That is a fun story. I love the caterpillar eating all those different foods. But Eric Carle, who wrote the book, made one mistake with the story. Butterflies turn into a chrysalis. And a cocoon is what a moth makes. So those are kind of two different animals. They're similar, a butterfly and a moth. So when Eric Carle wrote the book, The Very Hungry Caterpillar, the caterpillar spins a cocoon and then emerges as a butterfly, but that actually isn't true. Still is a fun book, but just something to know next time you read The Very Hungry Caterpillar. So here we go. There, the caterpillar is turning into the chrysalis, and then the butterfly comes out of the chrysalis, and then you have a beautiful butterfly. So there's another way to see the life cycle. If I can get close to the camera. I'm learning how to do all this stuff of the butterfly. For science today, I don't know if everyone has these still, but I wanted to show you just in case you do. There's a Let's Find Out called A Caterpillar Grows Up. And inside is the life cycle of the butterfly. And on the back, there's some information about 3 different kinds of butterflies. So if you still have this would be a good time to look at it. If you don't, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. And then on another video, I'm going to read this book called A Butterfly is Patient. So you can watch that story as well, and we'll learn a little bit more about butterflies and caterpillars. So I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you enjoyed learning about the life cycle of butterflies. Have a good day.